2019, the second variant of S1. Let's look at this probability question. A lot of people find such question a bit tricky. Let's first underline the important details in this particular question. The question says, Mariam has 7 sweets in a tin, 6 are toffees and 1 is a chocolate. She chooses one sweet at random and takes it out. That means it's a question of without replacement. Her friend adds 3 chocolates to the tin. So it's the same tin and now she is adding 3 chocolates. That means the total would increase and the number of chocolates will increase. Then Mariam takes another sweet at random out of the tin. Draw a fully labeled tree diagram to illustrate this information. Now, first thing first, let me draw 2 branches. This is for the first scenario and the next branch is for the second scenario. Now, first of all, since they are talking about toffee first and then chocolate, so labeling counts a lot. This is toffee, this is chocolate, and toffee, chocolate, toffee, chocolate. This is the first pick and this one is the second pick. Now, the denominators is what makes your question awesome, in the sense that if you can get hold of the denominator in a probability question, the chances of you getting the question correct is almost 100%. So first of all, the total is 7, the denominator is 7 and 7. Now don't jump into conclusion. I'll do this question very slowly and gradually. First of all, because one sweet will be taken out, the next denominator should be 6, 6, 6 and 6. But remember, 3 more chocolates are being added. So if 3 more chocolates are being added, the denominator will increase by 3 and it will become 9. That is the first thing that you should think in your mind. So the first denominator was out of 7. 1 sweet is taken out from here and now the denominator becomes 6. 3 more chocolates are being added. So therefore the denominator should increase by 3. That is the first thing. The second thing, now let's focus on the numerator. Toffees were 6 and the chocolate was 1 initially. Now if I take a toffee and then I take a toffee, this 6 should reduce to 5. That is the first thing. And if I take a chocolate and then I take a chocolate, this one should reduce to 0. That is the second thing. Now, since 3 chocolates were being added, so therefore this chocolate would increase by 3 and similarly this chocolate would increase by 3. And what happens to the toffee? So therefore if I focus on the toffee, so therefore nothing was added. Over here, this is the same thing as this one. So therefore the numerator should have this 1 over here. That's one way of thinking. Another way of easier thinking is that since this is 5 over 9, there are 2 branches. This has to be 4 over 9. That is the easy stuff. Similarly, if this is 3 over 9, this should be 6 over 9. How can it be 6 over 9? Because the previous toffee was 6. So you write a 6 over here and nothing was being added. So you simply write a 0 over here. So that's how you fill up the tree diagram and the 3 marks are worth it. Then you fill in the outcomes and then the probability irrespective of what the examiner has wanted. So therefore this is toffee, toffee. This is toffee, chocolate. This is chocolate and toffee, and this is chocolate and chocolate. 6, 7 and 9, that is 63. That is the denominator in all the scenarios. Do not reduce the fraction, as I've been saying it a lot of times before. Simply multiply the numerator. 6 into 5 is 30. 6 into 4 is 24. 1 into 6 is 6. 1 into 3 is 3. Double check once and for all. 30 plus 24, that's 54. 54 plus 6 is 60. 60 plus 3 is 63. Therefore, this denominator, this sum of all the probabilities is 1. 63 over 63, that is 1. The numerator equals the denominator. That is what I was saying initially. Now it says draw up a probability distribution table for the number of toffees taken. Now for the number of toffees taken, I make up a table, and the table should have X and corresponding value of probability. There could be 0 toffees, there could be 1 toffee, there could be 2 toffee. 0 toffee means both chocolate. So this one is 0 toffee. And these two makes up 1 toffee. And this option is double toffee or 2 toffees. So therefore, this one is 3 over 63. The first thing is 3 over 63. This one is 24 plus 6. That is 30 over 63. Last one is also 30 over 63. That's how you draw up a probability distribution table. And now you very well know what is the next thing that they're going to ask. Either they can ask for the expectation or expectation of x square or variance of x. Let's see. So they have asked us for expectation of x. Expectation of x, x is sigma x multiplied by p. That means multiply each value. Let me multiply it simply over here. Expectation of x, you should write it over there. For the screen saving, I'm writing it over here. 0 into 3, 1 into 30, 2 into 30, divided by 63. That is the benefit of not reducing the fraction. So now if I multiply it out, this is 0 plus 30 plus 60. That is 90 over 63. So 90 divided by 63. That gives me the answer 1.4285, which can be written as 1.43 correct to 3 significant figures. And of course, you can leave the answer in fractions also. Now the very last part. What does this part says? Now the question says, find the probability that the first sweet taken is a chocolate given. Given means it's a question of conditional probability. And this is the condition. What comes after given? Given that the second sweet taken is a toffee. So second sweet is a toffee. There are two options. Second sweet is a toffee. So it could be chocolate toffee or it could be toffee toffee. So chocolate toffee is this one. That is 6 over 63. And toffee toffee is 30 over 63. So 6 over 63 plus 30 over 63. This is your denominator. This is the condition. And what exactly is it asking? First is a chocolate. That means this is the one that they're talking about. So how do you write it? You write it like this. You write CT at the bottom. You write TT, toffee toffee at the bottom, and then CT at the top. So therefore, when you do the calculation, this is 6 plus 30 over 63. And 6 over 63 goes at the top. So the answer is 6 over 63 into divided by, this is divided by 36 over 63, which is 6 over 36. And it's better to leave the answer in fraction. And that's how this involved type of question regarding probability and without replacement is to be done.